final episode of Matchday World Cup show. Wow, it's been a crazy night, a crazy World Cup in general. Not the expected result, but I think the World Cup final we just watch is one to tell our kids. To be fair, it's one of the best. So to discuss this today with me, I have the one and only Sahbi representing the Netherlands from We Talk Ajax. How you doing, my friend?
Oh,
And
still in
I
shock.
also
Still in
have
shock.
with me Paolo. How you doing, Paolo?
Good man, how you doing?
Yeah, not bro.
Yeah,
No, at least right. At least I have like the ball they played with. At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
I have this like it's my kind of Christmas gift,
yeah.
little souvenir. But you know what? This man here, Kylian, bro,
respect,
is that's what I'm saying. Like,
respect.
big players they step up during big games, scoring a
Absolutely.
hat trick in a World Cup final against Argentina. He's I mean at 23 years old, it's a massive achievement.
Mm-hmm.
He won the Golden Boot. I don't know what to say, man. This guy is unreal. He's a
Yeah.
crazy player. I'm so glad he's playing for PSG. I'm so glad he's from Paris, and is playing for France as well. But you know what? We started to play when we scored the first pen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So
First 80
I
minutes.
feel like it's almost like we played 40, not even 45 minutes. We play like 30 properly,
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes properly. So you know what? I said to you boys, if we go to penalties, we're dead.
Yeah,
We did. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Martinez is a way better keeper than Yoris when it comes to penalties. Um, I know Martinez won the Golden Glove as well.
Mm.
We can
mm,
discuss this. There's a lot of the trophies, individual trophies that we need to talk about today.
Yeah.
Some are justified, some are a little bit, bit shaky, but let's see. But bro, like so many emotions during that game. Like I just can't believe that.
it was a roller
And you know
coaster.
what? At the end of the day, now it's been an hour. I'm like, you know what? It's been a tight game, but considering the way we started to play and in the whole first half, and we haven't had one shot on target until just one shot. That's it.
Yeah,
Until the was that 50, 55 or 60th minute or something like that. That is ridiculous, man.
yeah, extremely, extremely. What I don't understand is why didn't France play like this from the start? They were like sitting back, leaving the play up to Argentina.
It's
And
crazy.
yeah, I mean, Argentina got them by their throat. By their throats, they were aggressive. They were cutting the passing lines to Mbappe, to Griezmann, they played really well. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect Argentina. They played
Nasty,
well,
like dirty. We
but
knew it.
you knew it. But it was also because of France, Argentina played that well, and so I mean, you gave them basically everything to
Yeah,
score that
I
goal.
agree.
And that's really unfortunate. After that first goal, the boost came up from France,
Yeah,
like a 2-1.
yeah.
They had that confidence boost. Argentina was a bit afraid, they were stressing. And the second goal came right like a minute after, a minute and a half after. And that was exactly what France needed. And if they pushed further, they would probably have won the game within the 90 minutes. So it's so unfortunate. I mean,
You know what? I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I had the impression that I'm not making any accusation or anything right now because I'm not that type of guy. It's just that I had the impression that it's the perfect
for
ending
Messi,
for
for
Messi,
Messi, yeah,
even more than perfect
yeah,
because it was extra time, it was penalties, it was the late drama, it was
perfect script,
bro.
the
Like, I don't
perfect
know if
script.
if they are shooting any, like they do with Amazon Prime. What's that? The all or nothing. You know the all or nothing thing when they are inside following a football club. And if they do this for the World Cup, bro, like following the players in the dressing room during the whole
Yeah,
competition, if they do that, it will
Yeah,
be the movie of the century, bro. Like the
yeah,
football movie of the century. It's just
yeah,
that I had the impression it was a little bit of a script. Like even the script was not even that good. It's and now obviously you have people saying now he's a greatest of all time and blah 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 etc. We can always argue. Of course, he's one of the best, but now he's won the World Cup. I don't know that's a debate we can have afterwards. But
yeah,
both, I mean, Mbappe and Messi are playing for my club, so
yeah.
PSG is the
Props,
winner tonight.
props, indeed.
But bro, like I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
was.
It's bittersweet because I did not expect us to do this big comeback and really frustrating. But you
Yeah,
know what? That's
I
football.
mean,
And we move. We
there
move.
were just some players that played below par. Kunde below par, Dembele
And they did.
below par. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
I can name a few more, but we can also talk about the substitutions. I mean, Coman, excellent. Kamavinga did
Perfect.
well,
Yeah.
did
Colomwani
great.
as
So
well.
we need to talk about that as well because that made I mean, it turned 180 degrees once they came in.
Yeah.
The ball went from player to player. They were more aggressive. Uh, Coman one on one.
Marcus Thuram as well.
Yeah, I
Thuram as well.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
and Colomwani, if he had scored that
Bro.
last
Oh my.
minute,
Bro.
that was a dream
You know,
come true.
Mbappe was on the left. He was pissed
Yeah,
off, man. He was like,
Yeah, yeah,
give it
yeah.
to
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah,
did not see him,
yeah,
And
yeah. But
you know what? Fair play to him. He's a youngster as well.
he's a
He was in
youngster.
front of the keeper. He had to try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. He could have
bro,
made himself invincible after that.
imagine.
Imagine, imagine. But it could have been the same as that Portugal player who scored in the final 2016.
Oh
What was
yeah.
his name?
Renato Sanchez. Yeah,
No, no, no,
yeah.
not such as
Eder. Eder.
Oh,
Eder, yeah, yeah, yeah. Who scored that winner?
Final.
I mean, he could have made himself famous. But yeah, really unfortunate. But it was a roller coaster, man. A really roller coaster.
proper.
2-0 down,
I
2
didn't
2,
see
3-2
I
up.
didn't see France scoring at all until the 80th minute. I mean, that penalty, I was saying it to some of my friends. If France score one goal, they'll score another one.
Yeah.
I just had that feeling that the game was going to start to get to your direction.
It
But
took 93 seconds for Mbappe to score two.
Yeah.
yeah,
93
and
seconds.
what a goal that was! That second goal,
Oh man.
phenomenal goal.
Technically, wow. Yeah,
The thing
yeah.
is as well, Martinez today as well. Like the second goal, he gets a hand on it, right? But still, too much power from Mbappe. Great goal, but even some of the penalties as well today, he got a hand on most of them. Like it just shows you how good of a goalkeeper he is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a real
Absolutely
penalty
else.
goalie.
Yeah,
But by
but
the way,
Lloris saved two guys. Lloris could have saved two. Where I thought, mate, there was no need for you to
yeah,
die. You
yeah,
died so late, and
Mm.
you know what I mean. It's
yeah. But did you think those are all penalties? All three of them?
Right.
Or
Okay. Now we need to
now we
discuss
can start
the
the
game
debate.
like in proper detail. Right. First half, first goal, Messi pen. Is that really a surprise? Not really. Okay. To be fair, that's a bit of a soft bench. I think so. I think it was a soft bench, but Dembele got roasted by Di Maria properly.
He was getting spun. Yeah,
Dembele got roasted by Di Maria.
Yeah,
Di Maria
yeah,
was on smoke. You know what? We always talk about Messi. Messi. He was also the
uh,
last World Cup of Di Maria,
Mhm.
and everyone tend to forget about him. When he played for my club, trust me, I have a soft spot for him. But
yeah,
because he's always quiet, humble, and when he's in a great day, he's unplayable. And
I thought
today
he was
it
best
was,
player
and
when he was
today it was like this, bro. Today it was like this. He was unplayable,
yeah.
and fair
True.
play to Di Maria. But no, Dembele got rusted. I think he was a bit pissed off because Di Maria was a bit too fast, and then he pushed him a little bit. But we can always argue it was a pen or not. But
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a soft one. What do you think?
What do you think, Sabi?
For me, it was too harsh for me. But the
I think
fact
so.
that
Yeah.
he touched him from behind, because he touched him from behind, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
That made the difference. If it was from the side or from the front, it would never been a penalty.
yeah,
I think the fact that it was from behind that made the decision for the VAR to not interrupt, and yeah, that made it a penalty. But for me, it's still a 50-50. You can give it either way or not.
And then came the second goal, and the second goal ended the debate around the first pen because the second goal was a banger. I'm sorry to
Brilliant.
say, like the Messi assist, Di
Uh,
Maria finish, like
in the
proper.
books. It was in the books, written in the
Nothing,
books.
nothing to say about the second goal.
One
Like
touch football, yeah.
pace, technique.
Quick.
It was just like no proper banger. So it's nothing to add. And then
Yeah,
we were just sleepy, man. Sleepy,
yeah,
just sleepy. Like the whole first half, proper sleepy.
And the French players were terrible in possession. They kept giving away the
yeah,
ball. The passing was
Always.
poor, very poor. And
yeah.
Dembele as well kept giving the ball away. Every time he was trying to make a direct run, he would just lose the ball straight away. It was too predictable. But very slow from France as well.
Yeah.
Very slow. And Argentina the press they had today was
They
ridiculous. It
pressed
was too much
indeed,
for France.
aggressive,
Throughout the game.
and they stopped all the passings. And what I found interesting is that the right back and the left back of Argentina, they kept playing behind. They didn't attack. They
Yeah.
stood still at their position, mainly because of the counterattacks of Mbappe or Dembele. But
Yeah.
you never saw them like as a wing back
Yeah.
going up.
Yeah.
No, they got the ball, pass it. They stopped. They didn't continue with the progressive play and moving forward. It was all Rodrigo de Paul from the right side, McAllister from the left side. They were doing all the running.
Yeah.
The right and left back, they really stood still, and that was tactically that was genius because Mbappe he was nowhere to see in the first half.
He
Yeah.
was a ghost, man. He had like I think
Yeah.
3 or 4 balls. He tried. He was so frustrated. You could see
Yeah.
his body language as well. Like he was so pissed off, man. He tried. It did not work. It did not work
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, because he couldn't find any space. He couldn't find any space. And second half, you could see that Mbappe turned a bit. He had more of a free role. He went to the center a bit, and so that made it a bit easier for him. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
No, it was a high tie. How you doing,
What
my
a
friend?
try.
Wow.
Crazy
guys.
game, innit?
Man, we have just watched. I don't think we'll probably see a better final in our lifetime. Honestly,
Yeah, no, I
No,
think
never.
so as
Honestly.
well.
Especially
I think so as
from
well.
that, like the 70th minute, I was just like, France have no second gear. Like nothing was happening. I didn't see them getting that first goal, but from that 70th minute onwards, I don't think I had an association to a team, but crazy.
Sorry to cut you, but this is the audio that we received when Mbappe scored the second goal, and trust me, Ty was even more on fire than that was. Listen to that one. Listen, you ready? Even me, I was not ready for that one.
Honestly,
Oh
man.
my days.
I felt like a France fan as well. And I think, do you know what it was? Because the sort of the stars were written, it was 2-0. I was like, when you're watching a boxing fight, you wait so long for it. I just want something. When Mbappe scored that first goal, I thought, you know what? With the added on time, 15 minutes to go, game on. And that second goal was special, man. Like to score a World Cup hat trick and not win it.
But with the manner as well, it's not only pens. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like this guy, all the goals that he had during this World Cup, 8 of them,
Phenomenal.
he scored pens as well, but most of them are
beautiful.
Yeah.
So fair play to Kylian, man.
You must be exhausted, Stu, by the way.
Yeah.
Huh?
You must be exhausted, man. Emotions.
Like this. Like, do you know what? Thank God my son was here at home watching the game with us. So I was like, you know what? I should try to cool it down a little bit. I did not want to scare him as well. So I was like, it was hard, man. It was hard, to be fair. It was really hard. My wife, she was worse than me, bro. Like she exploded. Like she was screaming, she was jumping. She was like, at one point, I was like, "Oh, chill. If you do that, I will do it again." So
I went mad when Mbappe scored that second goal. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Like, guys, one thing I'll say today as well. Yeah, we talked about Dembele. He was poor. Ty, we said Dembele was poor today. Kept losing the ball, kept getting dispossessed.
Yeah,
very predictable. The Argentinian press again was very effective. But I thought as well, like France didn't take enough advantage of the height they have in the box, and the crosses weren't great. I thought like the low crosses were very effective at times. It caught them off guard. The Argentinian centre backs. They didn't do it enough though. And I thought France, they have a lot of big players in comparison to Argentina, physically, and they didn't do enough. And at times as well in the extra time as well, France had majority of the ball. Koundé on the right. He's not really a right back, and you were just waiting for that cross, and it was never there because he's not a right back.
Shaky,
that was
shaky,
missing.
shaky.
Someone who was a proper right back, who's more of an attacking right back, who has a good cross on him, would have been able to put good crosses into the box. And he didn't see enough
Look
of it.
at the Netherlands. Look how the Netherlands scored. I mean, they have difficulties because of the physicality of the strikers. They could have played the same ball, especially at the end. But yeah, I mean, still props for France, how they came back, how they played the extra time.
You know what? That was so unexpected to me when I watched that first half and the game generally. I was not expecting this to happen, and that quick as well in 93 seconds to score 2. I was like, bro, that was too fast for me. I couldn't handle this in my heart. I was like, no, what's going on?
It felt almost like a disappointment if Argentina would have won that 2-0 because it would have been almost seen as a disappointing final.
Yes, of course.
So bad
you know what? Before we came back, I was about to say during this live, I was even thinking about our game against Morocco, and I was thinking about Morocco, and I was thinking if Morocco got qualified and played the final, they wouldn't have played like this. They would die on the pitch. On the pitch.
It looked like
even if it was clumsy, everything they would go for it like press.
I was watching it with my guy Mo when I was with Mo and Cass. Obviously, do never a foul with me, and he's Egyptian, but he loves Morocco, obviously, the Arab teams. And he was just moaning about France giving the ball away, the simple passes to him. Schumann passed out a moment.
Walking, bro. Some players they were just walking.
Yeah, the passes weren't linking up.
Like,
it was
waiting,
they realised that it's like it's not a two-legged final. You ain't got a home leg to play.
Exactly.
The
attitude on the pitch was like it was 2 legs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it was 2 legs, and I didn't know. I was trying to say in my head like, is it a bit of the flu? Is it just Argentina are playing well and we've got to give them credit for the press? Or France have just not turned up? And then I was thinking, do you know what?
I don't know.
Our guys have been on shows together, and have France been that good together as a team in the tournament? They've had games like this where they've just, like the Morocco game, they just got through it and they scored 2 goals. And I was thinking, do you know what? This is maybe just France, and they've got their way to a final, but they haven't been great. And today they've done that again, but been punished in the final.
We
but
reacted, and it's always usually
from
like
the
this.
70th minute, I've got to give you guys credit because obviously you bring on a Kolo Muani who's at Frankfurt doing very well, but young, pressure situation. But he was running the channels, working for every ball. Then he had
fair play to him. Kingsley Coman was great as well.
Yeah, and Thuram was linking up playing, and I kind of felt that the longer the game went on, you could see that with France's like sort of the pace, the athleticism. They were growing into it, and I thought like they were going to get the goal in extra time. So I got to give France their plaudits, man, because the changes worked. He done them early as well. He was like, you know what? Forget it. 40th minute, get them on, and you know you changed the game. You've made it. I got to give France the credit. The way you've lost, you can lose with your head held high because a lot of teams could have folded at 2-0 and just said, no.
Some people asked me this question around because I was the first to be surprised about the substitution of Olivier Giroud that early in the game. Because I think his attitude was right. He was trying to fight as well. He's a tall guy. I would have kept him, but apparently before the game, he picked up a slight injury or slight discomfort. It was not normally to play this World Cup, so that's why apparently he got subbed early.
Do you know what? It's sad though, because where Paolo, linking back to what Paolo said, where you were getting like crosses into the box in the second half and in the extra time, you're starting to find that rhythm. I felt like that was the time when you'd want Giroud on the pitch. And I was like, they done their thing, of course.
Have you seen when he tried to jump over the defenders?
That was the only cross you had. He was kind of effective. So I felt like if he was on the pitch in that extra time, I'm not saying you would have won it, but I thought he would have given them a handful because like Paolo said, you started getting on the ball more, you're getting in them dangerous areas, cutbacks and stuff. But man, I'm lost for words. Sorry I made it back late, guys. I had to see Messi lift the trophy.
No,
that's
fine,
see it again,
fine.
But
he was wearing a traditional jacket as well, no? When he lifted the
they gave him like something. Obviously, it must be related to Qatar. Like obviously,
like
I think it was Qatar National Day today or something like that.
Do you think, Stu? Like now on reflection, you've lost on penalties. Do you think you could have done anything different, or is it more like, do you know what, Deschamps, you done everything you could?
If we turned up earlier, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
We decided to turn up at around the 70th minute.
Yeah,
that's why.
Does it feel a bit like a missed opportunity, or is it 100%?
100%, bro. 100%. Because if we turned up since minute 1, like Morocco probably would have done if they were playing the final, and go for it and press it, try everything you can, then I think we were the better side. But we were sleepy. We were waiting for them. We were lack of creativity as well. I don't know, like the attitude on the pitch was so frustrating, man. At one point, you know what? I was about to, after 2-0, Di Maria roasting everyone as well. I thought, you know what? 2-0, bro, this is for Messi. Like, this is the perfect ending. Look, and you could say that they wanted it more than us. The way they behaved on the pitch is that they wanted it more than France. We were almost like, you know what? We got it last year. F it. That's fine. If we don't win it, that's fine. That's not too bad. You know?
No, man.
No, you shouldn't behave like that, bro. Give it to them then already then. Give it to them. That was the attitude the first half. Was like, we won it. Let's see. Let's wait. I think chill. Like, no.
I think in the first half, especially, like what was missing from France's midfield was being able to drive through Argentina's midfield. I thought the driving runs when Camavinga came on and Conan was so evident, like it was causing them trouble. And I thought that was missing in the first half as well, just passing sideways and backwards. But that was also down to Argentina's press, which was so impressive in that game. Alvarez's press is like so underrated in this game. Like not many people are talking about him, but he was constantly pressing France, and it was just frustrating to watch. But as well, like it's just a hard game to analyze. Like really, Argentina across 90 minutes were the better team for 70 minutes. But when France turn up like that, like if it was England, Ty, you would think, why are we not doing this for the first 60 minutes?
Yeah, 100%.
It's tough,
definitely.
man.
Sabi, what you think as well then? Missed opportunity, because you agree with
100%. I said it at the start of this podcast. If France started the way they should have played from the start, they would have sealed the deal.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly.
Because France got creativity, they got speed. Also on the bench, if Dembele doesn't perform, you got Coman. Argentina don't have those quality players resources. So you could start offensively. Push them. If they got tired, you got new players to bring in. And I mean, if you look at Griezmann, they stopped all those passing lines to Griezmann.
They did.
I was about to say the player we missed the most tonight was Griezmann, man. He was on a bad day. He's been cancelled.
But Argentina was smart enough to cut the passing lines to Griezmann.
Exactly.
And that's why he couldn't be like the leader in midfield. And that's props for Argentina for playing that type of play. But France should have taken the advantage, taken the lead, be more aggressive, and from there on take possessions. Because now Argentina, normally a nation that doesn't have a lot of possession, they had the better possession and more possession than France, which is
was 65% during the first half.
It's uncommon normally that a nation with so much possession wins the game. Normally it's the other way around because there's a lot of counter-attacking football during this World Cup. But France didn't do much the first half, and that killed them.
I think so. We could have killed the game earlier, and then we just decided to turn up at the 70th minute. But bro, that's not working.
And then again, when you look at it though, you flip it. Imagine being an Argentinian fan here, and you'll be thinking we're 2-0 up. And then, do you know what I think they got wrong? I don't know if anyone else noticed it. When they've been 2-0 up or 1-0 up or whatever, and they see out games, he's been bringing on our man and your man, Sabi, Lisandro Martinez, to play at left back or whatever. And they could sometimes go to a back five and revert to seeing out the game. He took off Di Maria, remained with the 4-4-2 and brought on Marcos Acuna. And I was like, wait, in all the other games, you've played a back five and maybe just tried seeing it out, but you didn't use Martinez. And then when France obviously capitalized and then scored 2, I was like, Scaloni, this is silently on you. Like, if you don't win this tournament now, that change there could have been everything. Because I'm not saying France would have scored 2 or wouldn't have, but with Martinez on, I just feel like they would have had that more security. They would have sat back more, and then Mbappe wouldn't get the space in behind to score the second goal. Little things like that.
No,
so true. Under pressure, he bottled that sub, man.
What's your opinion, Ty? What do you think about the penalties? Were they deserved? Because we already talked about it a bit.
First penalty for me. I've watched it again and again and again, and I saw an angle. No. He kind of and Dembele touches him, but it's not Dembele touching him. It's kind of like he kicks Dembele, and then he falls onto his own foot, and then he kicks himself. So for me, the first penalty is not one.
Why the VAR has not been used at this moment then?
No, they were never gonna use VAR in this fight.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm disappointed in your boys. We were talking about it at halftime. World Cup final, right? A penalty like that, and your players just sat there and said, "Yeah, penalty, ref." Didn't surround the ref. I'm telling you, if that's Spain, if that's Argentina, if that's Germany, they are surrounding the ref like something's gone wrong here. They make them check it. The way your players reacted to the pen made them, they accepted it, Subby. It made it easy for the ref to say, you know what, let's not turn it over. Only Dembele just looked there with a straight face like he was guilty. Really, if they surround the ref, you look at that.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
I was disappointed, and to me,
that's an interesting point because that means you need to press the ref. So he can check the
and
VAR.
that was the mentality of you boys. That penalty decision has summed up your 70 minutes by not surrounding the ref. A World Cup final and you're just letting a penalty, which isn't a penalty. Yeah, ref, go on, give Messi a free shot. I was
it was almost like this.
I couldn't believe it. So first penalty, no for me. And then Mbappe's one, Otamendi, we've seen him do that at Man City. We've seen him do that for years. That's a penalty. Silly from him. And then Mbappe, well, it's potentially going on target. So I think he got 2 out of the 3 right. But I was so disappointed in your player's reaction. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, again, I don't know what the manager said to them before, but maybe he was like trying to be everybody's like, no, I don't know, like, bro, it's just a World Cup final. If it was me, like, I would have, harassed everything. Check the video, please. Check the video. At least check the VAR. Check the VAR. Like, when you are in the stands and you are attending a game and you just a fan in the stands, when there's something a little bit dodgy, even you in the stands, you do the little, you're like, just do that, mate. Just do this. Just use the little frame or something. Like, go check it. Or they were like, you know what? As you said, give Messi a free shot.
Yeah,
that's a shame, bro.
You know what it is as well. Like, I think your future is bright because, in my opinion, France have made it to a final without this being anywhere clear their best team. So I think in the future, like France, with the talent they got coming up, it's looking frightening.
Depending on the way they are involved, mate, because the mentality of the football we play at a national level has always been a little bit like this, So we never killed the game early.
But Zidane, Stu, might come in and just change things up a bit. You might need that refresh. What the
problem, Ty, is that Didier Deschamps, I don't think he's gonna leave, bro.
He stays to the Euros.
You think so?
I think he's gonna stay until the Euros. Yes,
guys, it's 2 years, isn't it? It's one. Well, not even
not that, Paolo. 18 months.
I know. Yes.
Yeah, but Ty is having a good point because if Zidane is not having the job, he's going to go for either another country or he might take another country, to be fair. Wow. He's going to be like, guys, I'm not going to wait an extra 2 years again.
I think that's why Southgate stayed though in our end, because when you look at the turnover, like Paolo says, obviously it's 18 months. Obviously, I'm not saying, oh my God, it's impossible. It's not. But when you've got a campaign starting so soon and you've got to sort of a quarters and we lost to France the way we did, but then obviously France getting to a final, you still got to a final. It's not like he's gone out in the group stages. Maybe a lot of teams might just stay until the Euro 24. Same with your Hansi Flick first tournament, but a lot of people are like, oh, is he going to stay on at Germany? He will stay. It's in Germany. So we might see a few changes after it. 18 months is not a long time. So yes, it's true. I was going to ask you randomly, where Paolo just said about your future's bright. Your Paris kid, Warren Zaïre-Emery, is that his name?
This one?
Warren, no, not Mbappe. Warren Zaïre-Emery, the
youngster. Zaïre-Emery, the youngster, yeah?
Yeah, I think in like 4 years, he could be like that one that like burst onto the scene for you guys. I love him.
How come you know that guy, bro? No one knows about him.
I just follow football, bro.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No. I'm telling you because I speak with a lot of Premier League fans, and obviously they don't know this type of stuff.
So, like I think he's like your centre midfield. Amazing. Like you got Schumann, you got Camavinga, you got Fofana, but I feel like you need that. And I feel like he can really be that guy, man. He's shining for the youth team, man. So
I know. Hopefully.
Where does he play now? Where does he play?
PSG.
Normal.
Of course, bro. PSG. Yeah.
Imagine Benzema would have played. He could have used him this game, right?
As a sub.
Yeah.
I'm on to take a penalty.
Probably.
For a penalty, indeed. As a sub.
Yeah.
I mean, Giroud was taken out. Missed opportunity.
Martinez, didn't he kick the ball away from Tchouaméni? That got in his head. You could see it. It got in his head.
The mind game.
Martinez, I'm telling you, is one of the best penalty savers I've ever seen. I mean, he went in the right direction for most of them. I think he only missed the direction on one of the penalties.
He was the Mbappe one during the game, but not during the penalty session.
If you have Martinez in your team, sorry about my language, you fucking love him. If he's not in your team, you fucking hate him. Paolo, you remember Ronaldo and Bruno were together, right? We had a penalty against Aston Villa in the 90th minute. He was pointing at Ronaldo saying, you take it, you take it. Bruno took it, missed, and he started dancing in front of our fans. I was like,
that's annoying.
He thrives off these moments. And do you know what? Like, if you look at his career, and I was just saying it before I left the boys, he's 30 now, right? And he's been at Arsenal and he's been on the bench. 10 years ago to today, he was on loan at Oxford United. They play like the 4th tier in England, right? Or 3rd tier, you could say. He's been waiting so long. And if you said to him 2 years ago, you're going to go Aston Villa, you're going to be the number one, you're going to play for Argentina, you're going to win a Copa America, you're going to win a World Cup. What a crazy turnaround in terms of a career. So I'm not saying I like the gloating, but in terms of him having his moment and saying, you know what, I'm going to thrive, I can feel he's got loads to let off, and it worked. That like it played into his hand perfectly because he loves that sort of mental game 1v1.
Yeah. Look at him during the Copa America against Colombia, where he did the same, like screaming at him, like he was almost having a fight with the player. Only to confuse him. He owned him. Yeah.
Personality. You need to be strong, and Tchouaméni being a young player, like a lot of these young players won't take that very well. Martin is so experienced.
Colomwani took his penalty with the head like this, right? I don't want to also to say something a bit too, but he behaved a proper strong man, innit? Like he was like, you know what? Let's take it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
And Colomwani, trust me, he's not Tchouaméni. He's not playing Real Madrid, right? And he's younger. He has a younger career. Blah blah blah. But he's also a youngster from Paris. That's the Paris mood as well.
Oh, it's the mentality. It's the mental strength. It's the mental.
No shame, no shy, nothing. Like you go, take it as a man, boom, do it. And fair play to I think Colomwani has been great. Is a real surprise, to be fair, and I think he will be spotted by quite a few clubs.
He's actually got the second most assists in the Bundesliga this year as well. So it's not a fluke. Like he's actually been playing well for Frankfurt.
Very well. I mean, future is bright of France. Future is bright. A lot of youngsters, also strong players. I mean, in comparison with Argentina, this was their last.
Sabi, future is bright. Apart from the keepers, we don't have keepers in France.
What? You have Mike Maignan though?
Yeah, but Mike Maignan was injured. If we don't have Mike Maignan, who else do we have?
Yeah, but you have him at least.
Loris is
if he's not getting injured.
Loris
gonna. I don't think Loris gonna play the.
No, he's done.
The Euros, boys.
He's done. He's so bad at penalties as well. Like, I feel like we all said it. I think even when we've done the show, like if it goes to penalties, it's Argentina's Martinez. They've done a penalty shootout already, and your players are quite young. Like you said, you're going through that revamp now. I kind of felt sorry for you because I thought when it goes to penalties, there's no way you're beating them. Loris' penalty record for Spurs is poor as well. Like,
that last shot, man.
Yeah, it went through his hands like it's just
unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
have you seen how Messi has been influenced by how Neymar is taking the penalties?
Very calm, taking that last.
He's changed his technique, guys. I'm telling you, I've watched the evolution between when he joined PSG. Now he obviously he spent a lot of time with Neymar during training sessions and stuff, and now he has this little calm, and then he waits for the keeper to make the first move, and then he just you know
he
what
didn't
I mean?
do that, Stu. Though when he missed against Poland, he done the normal run up, and then he changed it because he missed against Poland. So like, do you know what I mean? It's little things like that. It's worked out as a blessing, really, because I think. What he scored? They have the 5 penalties this tournament.
Yeah, ridiculous. And
a couple of them were.
It's a bit shaky, you know.
Like we can't even say anything. Like they played better football for 70 minutes. That's it. For 70 minutes, they won the tournament. Look, Messi done it, man. For me, if I was Messi, I'd just retire, man. Like you've won
him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, like you end on a high.
Well, we finished the season off with PSG. See what happens in the Champions League, and then next season, I don't know. I don't see him playing for another season.
What are you saying, Paolo? Ballon d'Or again for Messi?
Yeah, 100%.
If he wins the Champions League, yes.
Yeah, because like it's simply going to depend on. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I think PSG might get into the later stages of the Champions League. Mbappe's still there. I mean, Mbappe this tournament.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, man.
But if you win the World Cup and win the Champions League, even though Mbappe's part of that team and lost in the final, it's Messi's, isn't it? It would be silly. I don't know where anyone could put an argument not to give it to him.
Yeah,
Boys, a little bit out of topic, but considering Messi's World Cup and Mbappe's World Cup, do you think PSG has big chances to win the Champions League?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The boost, the confidence boost that they, at least Messi, has now got. Yeah, he will drag the team. I'm
Fly.
personally-
Even
Yeah.
Mbappe, like Mbappe missing out on a World Cup trophy this year, like I don't think he'll put him down that much.
It might fuel him.
Yeah, it might feel him
yeah.
like you've just lost the best player in the world. And yeah, some people would argue Argentina didn't have the best team in this tournament. Like for 70 minutes, you're poor, and like they will know that. They'll know that they were poor for 70 minutes.
Imagine Messi now. All the pressure's off now, So he can now play without any pressure because he won everything. He won everything. What is possible for him to win?
PSG wants to renew or extend his contract for an extra year, apparently.
So
when is this contract?
Yeah, end of the season.
End of the season, so another year. It's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, an extra year.
Season, I'm not so sure, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I think now I personally think now he's won the World Cup. Like Sabi's saying, I don't know if you actually extend because I feel like he's now like completed everything. He can now. I feel like it's more his decision now rather than like things might sway his way. Like even like Paolo said, he could win the Champions League with you guys and then say, you know what? I know Inter Miami are offering me big money, but I can retire happily at peace, end it on the best high. Look at Ronaldo. No disrespect to Paolo, of course, being Portuguese, but he came back to Ronaldo, United, trying to do the fairy tale. Now Portugal have gone out. He's now seen Messi win it, and it's like you might go to Saudi Arabia, or you're trying to find a Champions League club, but it's kind of leaving a bit of a bad ending on what could have been just, leave Juve and golf into.
Ronaldo confirmed that he would retire if he would win the World Cup. But now that's off the table.
Tale of two endings, man.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now I just want to move to the individual trophies, boys.
Yeah.
So, best youngster, best player of the tournament, best scorer, obviously it's Mbappe, and we had another trophy which
Golden
was
Glove, Martinez.
Golden Glove. Okay, Argentina won everything. They got everything, bro.
No,
like,
Mbappe
apart from Mbappe, they got everything. So even the youngster one.
Well, I'm gonna let everyone else. I'm gonna let everyone else. I'm gonna go.
No, but Mbappe winning that trophy is more facts. I mean, it isn't like a judgment.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
facts. So
you can't do anything about it. If he's scoring 8 goals, you have to give it to him. If he was, do you know what, Sabi? If Mbappe was on 8 goals, and another Argentinian player was on 8 goals, not necessarily Messi,
they would have given to Argentina.
I don't know.
I won't say either. But
you know what I mean. So it's a bit. Bro, that's a bit too much to me. No,
you don't. Do you know? I'm gonna say it straight up. You don't seem to be happy that Messi won Player of the Tournament.
No, he deserves it.
Yeah,
no.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking about Messi being the player of the tournament. I'm talking about the youngster.
And the keeper.
Okay, so Enzo Fernandez won that one.
And the keeper, we always can argue.
Who do you think? So if we would talk about the young one, so obviously Enzo Fernandez, Benfica, midfielder, won the World Cup, so it helps. Who would you have gone with then? Like who do you think?
What do you consider youngster? Under 21s?
I want to consider.
No, that's a real question. Under 21s or young?
I think they do under 23, don't they?
Under 23, so Mbappe is 23, is technically the youngster of the competition. Then
FIFA age bracket.
That's what I want. That's what I want to know, because if you consider the best young player of the tournament, and if it's under 23 included, then Mbappe should be.
If it's 20,
I think it might be 21. I think it's 21.
I think it's 21.
If it's 21, it's different.
So do you agree with it then? If it's 21,
could have been. What else did we have?
No.
I know who I think.
Go on.
I'd say Gvardiol from Croatia.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
I'll go Gvardiol for Croatia.
Yeah.
That was mine. Off my gut instinct, and I was thinking, to get into a semi-final and being a rock for a lot of games.
Yeah. So and for me, I would hesitate, but I would go for Gvardiol, but I would think of Unai as well from Morocco.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say him. I knew you were going to say him.
He really impressed me.
Yeah.
He really impressed me.
But this is the problem as well. Like, they were never going to give it to a Moroccan team.
Yeah.
Lost to Croatia and got 4th place, even though they had a fantastic tournament that no one expected. They were always going to go with the winners it's just it was always going to happen. Like if Enzo didn't have a good tournament, they probably wouldn't have gone for him. But you know, he had a good tournament and they won it. So
and for a keeper, I would have gone for Livakovic.
I would have said the same.
I mean, he had a game with most saves. He was outstanding all tournament in the penalty series. Did also well against Brazil.
Yeah, the penalty shootout against Brazil.
I mean, he's done it for me. But okay, it's I don't see Livakovic coming today to the stadium to pick up that prize. So it was always going to be between the finalists.
True.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Well, they won it, so it gives them an extra argument if they are toe-to-toe with. Yeah. Well, again, fair play to Argentina. I think Di Maria was the surprise of the starting 11 tonight.
Brilliant performance.
Everyone was surprised to see Di Maria starting tonight. I knew why. I exactly knew why. Always turns up for the decisive games. Bro, I'm telling you, he was on smoke. He's been a massive and very important architect of the Argentina victory tonight. So was crying. I don't know if you saw him all game long. Bro, crying, and then bro, big up to Angel Di Maria, massive, great player. No, that's a happy ending for him as well. A great ending for him. So
that is. Do you know what? Yeah, like I'm so. The way it ended for him at Man United with the house situation, and he went to Paris, but like
it happened to him as well.
Played in the central midfield role for Real Madrid, winning like Champions League, and he was brilliant in a 3-man midfield. He then comes to Manchester United, predominantly playing sort of on the right. Same for PSG as well. Today, to see him in a 4-4-2 playing back left wing, where he hadn't done that since like Benfica days, like traditional. You never see left-footed wingers like really on the left wing anymore. Do you know what I mean? So to see
they always cut in. They always cut in.
You know, Sabi. So to see him doing like the old school Ryan Giggs kind of feel, and like to put in a brilliant performance for 60 minutes. Koundé had trouble running in behind, didn't know whether he was going to cut inside or cut out, and I just thought Di Maria was like a breath of fresh air, because if you think about it, he played the first 2 games for Argentina, got the injury, and then he made a cameo appearance in the last game. So I didn't really expect him to start, but like you said, big game player. Big goal, scored a goal in the Copa America, don't forget, as well, against Brazil in the final. So, like, he lives and breathes it. And I think when you have someone like Di Maria in the team, despite all his technical ability, we all know how good he is for his hard work as well. And that's what you need in that final. You've got Antoine Griezmann, who works so hard. You need someone like that to support Lionel Messi. Pitting him with Alvarez around Messi, like it just worked today, man. And Jules Koundé for me really struggled. So I've got to commend him.
As well, was so compact. They were so compact. It was making it so hard, like Sabi said, to make Griezmann any sort of a threat in that game. I mean, the creativity that we
even Adrien Rabiot, like De Paul was on him, like was harassing him. So even Rabiot was not all over the place, but
he couldn't really run with the ball either. Like Rabiot was quite a good ball carrier. Like he drives the ball, but he wasn't even able to get the ball out of his feet.
He couldn't, mate. He couldn't. So and De Paul was really physical on him. It was a bit of a duel between them as well. So nasty as well.
The
Argentinians, bro, I'm telling you, I knew it. They would be tricky and dirty, and it was expected, to be fair. They should have known this. So not really a surprise, but bro, it's just so frustrating, man. It's just
Koundé at right back. Not
dead.
But he is no right back.
What was Paulo? What was the other option we had before him? Remember,
Pavard.
There you go. Do you think it's better, bro?
He's a natural right back, Don. With Paulo, I would have. Pavard was fit today. You played
even.
What about
in terms of level?
Disasi is also right back, right? Or what's his name?
Say again.
The Monaco right back.
Yes, he is.
He could have played as well. Or isn't he that good?
Well, I think he did not play him because of his lack of experience comparing to Koundé or Pavard. So he went for the safe option. But
I felt I was watching Stu. So Ty, we watched Man United the whole of last season. I felt at times, and I'm not saying Koundé is on the level of Wan-Bissaka in terms of like that bad. Like I don't really.
The United fans, Varane is injured again, huh?
Yeah.
I think he'll be okay. I think it's more fatigue, extra time. I think he'll be okay.
I think he picked up an injury. But have a look at this, by the way.
I was just going to say, look, we watched Wan-Bissaka the whole of last season, and I don't really rate Wan-Bissaka going forward. Defensively, I don't really rate him. I felt at times today, Koundé, it almost seemed like I was watching Wan-Bissaka at times. Like you got a player there who's just defensively a bit more stable, but he's not good going forward.
Nah.
Many times got into decent positions, but the cross just he didn't want to put a cross into the box. You could see it because he doesn't really have that ability to put in a good cross into the box. You can't have him at right back, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's either centre back or back three as a right centre back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Someone proved me wrong tonight, by the way, and his name is Upamecano. I think he had a great game. He had a great game comparing to the England game. Trust me. I think he was decent. Less clumsy as well. He was decisive at many occasions. So
the blocks were mad today. The block. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I swear it was like 2 in the space of like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
No, and no, big up to him. But again, I don't know, bro. What went wrong? You know, everyone will blame it on the players getting sick before the final, whatever. They were not 100% level. I don't know what happened, but it's just it's really frustrating to see them start like this. And penalties is too random as well, bro.
Too random.
So when you look at it and you say, we turned up at the 70th minute, and we still managed to reach the penalty shootout, then
impressive.
It's a decent performance.
You won it right in the end as well. You could have won it. You could have.
Oh, Colin Mawani, the volley.
Yeah, Colin Mawani. Yeah, I know, bro.
Oh, can you imagine? Imagine being him. You were not in the squad. Benzema gets injured. You come into the squad. Then you score the winner in the 120th minute. It would have been like the
plus he scored. Remember, he scored his first goal against Morocco as well, like in the space of
within the seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
He had that chance, but he also had
Mbappe, header. Mbappe was on the left. He was mad. He was mad because he was expecting the pass.
He didn't connect. He just went over his head. It reminded me. Do you know what it reminded me of? That reminded me of when Portugal scored, Paulo, when Bruno put the cross and Ronaldo just missed.
Yeah. There was one bit that the cross was exactly the same.
Exactly the same, but it just went wide. I was thinking any touch, like it's a goal because the pace is on the ball. But I just kind of felt like, I don't know if you felt like it, Stu, and I think you've taken it quite well to defeat. But when Colin Mawani misses a chance like that, the cross comes in and he misses the header. Like you just feel like it's meant to be Argentina's day. That's how I felt watching it as a neutral. I just thought, you know what?
To be fair, that's again a great save from Martinez at that moment of the game as well. It's not only about Colin Mawani not succeeding, but also the save of Martinez was a decent save, man. You know,
he spreaded himself.
So they had the save. As you said, that save, the reporter, that save reminded everybody in the Netherlands about the Casillas save, 2010. Yes. Oh man, that could have been a decisive move. Wow, it turned out the other way around, exactly like this.
Is this the best World Cup we've ever witnessed?
I was about to say, for me personally, with all the late dramas, the surprises, everything. The fact that it happened during winter as well was a bit of a weird one, so it make it really special.
Yeah,
I think it's a very special World Cup, and it's one of the best. Yeah,
it's the best I've witnessed. And I don't think even now I can confidently say I don't think I'll see a better World Cup final in my lifetime.
Result was, I think so as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you know what it is as well? People could say, "Oh, but there might be another 2-2, or there might." I said, no. When you talk about the greatest ever involved and the young king of Mbappe involved, scoring a hat trick, the ups and downs, the twists and turns, like it's not just the scoreline; it's the people involved. And that's why I feel like I won't see anything like this again. I think it's really surprised me. I think from even the group stages, it was a bit of a slow burner. But then when Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, I was like, okay.
Then it started.
It started. You know what I mean? I was like, Japan beat
as well.
Japan beat Germany. That's it. Yeah, Japan beat Germany. I was like, okay, like this is going. I think it's been a really good World Cup. And forget the politics. Like Qatar have actually done a good job. There's been no reports of trouble. The stadiums have been fantastic. People that have been there have actually all said good feedback about like the place. And for a Winter World Cup, like Stu said, like it would live long in the memory. And you know what? We've got like an ending that we would tell our grandkids about, like Lionel Messi. If they say to me, "Oh, who was the best player of your time?" I'll tell them Messi. Can I watch a game? I will put on this game and say, I'll make dinner till the 70th minute, and then I'll just sit with them. Watch the rest. Go on. And then they'll be like, "Dad, it's not like it's 2-0."
Okay, no, it's gonna start in 70 minutes. Enjoy.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, it's 2-0. This game ain't great, Dad. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, Just keep watching, kid. Keep watching, man. I'm coming in. Don't worry. Do you know what I mean? This is the type of game
You
can show your
cheeky
kids,
bugger.
man.
No, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah, man. It's brilliant, man, and it's so good to come on as well. I'm so glad we've done these streams, by the way. Big up, Stu, for actually.
No, pleasure,
getting these
boys.
guys
Pleasure.
together, man.
I think it was
I
really
really
good to
enjoyed it,
have
man.
you. And
We all talk good football as well. It's nice not to be on with people just shout or say stuff that's wild. It's like it's a really good show, man. So
it's
yeah,
always the thing, man. Obviously, there's passion involved, but when you have people with football knowledge as well,
yeah, man,
that's
it makes
when the discussion starts to be interesting as well. So I think we might carry on with like a similar show at a club level, probably for the Champions League, like a European show, because obviously you have Sahbi representing the Ajax and the Netherlands, but he knows the Dutch league. Paulo is also has a soft spot for Benfica, know, as well. He's Portuguese, so he knows the Portuguese league as well. Us for France, Thai for the Premier League. So we can think about putting something in place at a European level that would be good as well.
Yeah. Can I just ask you, Stu, just quickly? I don't know if you're editing, but like, I think Mbappe deserves like a real big mention in this show because to go into this World Cup at his age at 23, man.
He already did.
Yeah, like, do you know what? It was one of them games. It was one of them games, real talk, that I was like, it's passed him by. He's not stepped up when they've needed him to. And to come out of it mentally, like, getting the penalty, stepping up when Griezmann normally takes it, to score the second goal.
I picked up my kids wisely today, bro. I picked up my kids wisely because I have the Zidane one. Yeah. Next to the Mbappe one.
It has to be done, man, because
now he starts to step up,
3 penalties in the game, and like you go the right way, same way every time, like mentally so strong. Like I felt sorry for him because I feel like he deserved to win the World Cup, but it will make him stronger. And I think he's on 12 goals now. He's 4th on the list already, 4 behind Klosser. He's
23 years old, and people are still hesitating when we say he's one of the best footballer at the moment. Messi just finished football anyway, so forget about Messi now.
Yeah.
Who's the best now after Messi? Who's the best?
Mbappe. For me, it's Mbappe.
And imagine at his young age, except if he picks up a massive and nasty and
career-ending injury. Don't be injured for the next World Cup. Be there.
You know
be
what
healthy.
I mean?
At 27 will probably be actually his peak as well. People are thinking, I know the way he plays and that people say, but he's got that athleticism, he's got that speed. He's not Brazilian. A lot of Brazilians peak early. I feel like him being French, he'll fill out a bit more. And also, I think what he'll add to his game is the intelligence of like movement and little things like that you do get with age. And I think come the next World Cup, he's going to be an absolute beast.
He still has 3. He probably gets 3 World Cups after this. So he has sufficient.
31.
Maybe 30, 35.
Yeah, maybe definitely got 2 more, I think, in him.
At least, definitely.
Yeah. But I just think he deserves a big mention, man.
Okay, guys, a new stat that just came. Kylian Mbappe scored today the first World Cup hat-trick since 1966 edition.
In England.
That was when we won it. England.
Yeah, England,
Since 1966, bro.
First World Cup hat-trick in the final. Yeah, because Ronaldo scored 2, didn't he, in 2002? Or did he score 1?
I'm sorry, but
they beat Germany, didn't they? They beat Germany, didn't they, in the final 2002? So no one's got a hat trick since.
It's crazy.
When we have the debate between Haaland and Mbappe, etc., and people are saying, Mbappe is good because he's playing in the Farmers League, right, etc. It's always the argument around Mbappe. I don't think this World Cup was a Farmers League or a bad quality World Cup or what. It's a world-class competition. World-class players need to turn up during this kind of competition, and he proved everyone that is world class. He's a world class player.
He played against the best. He played against the best, and he showed he's worth it.
That's it.
No debate.
French league or not French league, you put in the Champions League, he's performing. You put him in the World Cup, he's performing. And you know what? If one day he joins the Premier League, he will perform in the Premier League as well. Trust me.
How do you feel about him? I know we're going a bit back to club football, but Stu, he's like, he's at Paris. He's going to be a French legend. Let's be honest. Within the next 2 years, he's going to be in either the Premier League or Real Madrid. How do you feel about that? Like him leaving? Because when Ronaldo left us, and obviously he's not homegrown. I get it. Paris, he's more homegrown at Paris. But when Ronaldo went to Real Madrid, a lot of people were gutted here in the UK. But for me, I was like, he deserves to go to Real Madrid. He needs to see the lights there. Like, are you happy? Are you going to be like kind of Robert Mbappe? Go and express yourself, or are you gutted about this? Because he's going to.
It's a bit of a tricky one, bro. Because I have also the impression that he's disrespected because he's evolving in the French league and playing for PSG as well. People are undermining his achievements because he's still in France and in the French league and playing for PSG. So they always find excuses around the fact that he's not as great as he should be because he's that's fine. He just plays for the French league. So I just want him to prove them wrong by either playing in a better league, such as that's just a fact La Liga, which is a better league than the French league, or the Premier League, which is the best league in the world.
So do you want him to are you happy? So when he does leave, are you going to be like, yeah, do you know what? You've done your things at PSG.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you to go. You're going to be fine with it.
Bro,
okay.
If I need, just thinking about myself as a PSG fan, I would love to keep him forever. But at the end of the day,
you know it won't happen.
You see, look, Ronaldinho. Who discovered Ronaldinho? Luis Fernandez. He started at PSG, bro.
Yeah.
So we took him from Brazil. And that's that when he started, that's when he exploded. Like people were like, "Whoa, what are those moves, skills, etc." Ronaldinho. But Ronaldinho had to go to Barcelona and win the Champions League and the Ballon d'Or, etc. Bro, imagine Ronaldinho staying at PSG back in the days.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I love my club, but he needed to go and step up and go somewhere else.
Understand.
You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, to reach his full potential, I think Mbappe has almost reached his full potential. But to reach his full potential, he needs to go somewhere else.
But before that, he needs to.
Can I ask you something? Before me, because me and Paolo obviously support Manchester United, which is a Premier League team. You as a neutral, would you rather see Mbappe go straight to Real Madrid at 24, for example, say next year, or 2 years' time, 24, 25? Or would you rather him go to the Premier League first for 3 or 4 years, then you end up at Real Madrid? How do you look at it as a neutral?
Okay, Real Madrid is not comparable to the Premier League. Not any Premier League club, in the sense that we discussed. You remember we had the conversation with Victor in the WhatsApp group. He said Benzema has finished everything he had to do at Real Madrid anyway. So now he's won the Ballon d'Or. He's a legend at Real Madrid. You know, he's getting older as well. So the Benzema Real Madrid time is almost over now.
Yeah.
So now it will be the time for another striker to take over, fill the boots. But Real Madrid is ruthless with its players, like ruthless. Like, look what happened to Eden Hazard. Look what happened to all the guys that tried to replace Benzema and take his place. And even the legends of the club, they do not respect. I mean, at a board level, it's not like they do not respect the legend. It's just that it's the institution is above any player. So when they want to get rid and they don't need a player anymore, legend or no legend, they just get rid of him. And sometimes without respect. I think he deserves respect, and more than this, than just the performance and than more the. Can you hear me, Sabi? Is it? Yeah. That, more than the performance and everything. So I'd say Real Madrid. He can win loads of trophies with Real Madrid, but I think he should go for a club that can respect him more than Real Madrid.
Okay.
So
what do you think,
I'd go with either an English club or maybe another Spanish club. But yeah, you know what? You know, I'm in London, bro. So I love being here. So I'd go with the Premier League club instead if I were him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, from my side, I mean, if I look at La Liga, I'm not a big fan of Real Madrid, but he plays now for PSG, one of the top clubs in the world, and he's now 23, becoming 24. For me, it will be the right step to go directly to Real Madrid. I mean, because going to the Premier League would make him stay at least for a few years. And I mean, you see a lot of players going from the Dutch league or from Ligue 1 to the Premier League when they're not at their top, at their peak.
Yeah.
Now Mbappe is already, in my view, is already the top.
Yeah.
So to go from the top to the Premier League, I think it would be for him. It would be suitable to go directly to Real Madrid. He's already ready for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's ready for Real Madrid.
He's ready for that. He doesn't need any club in the Premier League to prove himself and then go to Real Madrid.
You see, that's the mistake you're making, Sabi. That's the mistake you're making.
I'm talking about club level. I'm not talking about the level of the league itself, because we all know the Premier League is the league which has the most intensity, a lot of quality players, and so on and so on. But if you want to go to the best clubs, Real Madrid, unfortunately, I have to say it, is one of them.
In terms of trophies, yes.
I just think in terms of the name, they are the biggest club. They're the pinnacle. So for me, I see what Paulo says, but for me, like how I get it, and you know what, Sabi, your endpoint's brilliant because like when Ronaldo come to us, he came from Sporting. It was a stepping stone. Manchester United, big, and then you go to Real Madrid. But for me, I get your point of Mbappe going from PSG to Real Madrid because he is already the top 3 best players in the world. He's got nothing to prove. But for me as a career, on the other side, I'd want Mbappe to come to the Premier League, 24 to 27 for 3 years, do it in the Premier League and try and win things and, you know, establish yourself here. And then at 27 to 32, go to Real Madrid. Because I feel like for me as a career, you don't go backwards from Real Madrid. I feel like Real Madrid is the pinnacle of the pinnacles. Like Real Madrid or Barcelona, like that's the top.
No, but I would have loved that myself. I would have loved myself, definitely. But I'm trying to answer from his perspective.
Yeah, I know, and I get that. You're making sense. I get that. It's both sides. That's why I asked the question.
If you look at Haaland, I mean, he could have gone probably to Real Madrid as well.
Yeah,
but he saw Benzema there, so he took a next step in the Premier League, playing at one of the best clubs in the Premier League.
And then he'll go to Real Madrid.
He already shows it right now what he's capable of. So his next move would be going to
Real Madrid or Barcelona, probably
most likely. Yeah. So that could be seen as a stepping stone. But from my view, I think Mbappe. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, whether Perez will give him the opportunity to come to Real Madrid on what has happened previously.
But again, boys, what else can he bring to Real Madrid that Real Madrid does not have already? I'm telling you in terms of reputation, in terms of trophy, in terms of greatness, in terms of history, in terms of legacy of legendary players. Yeah. What else can he bring that Real Madrid does not have already? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was Mbappe, I would be like, I would like to bring something, a king in my own kingdom, not in someone else's kingdom or an already existing kingdom. But you know what I mean? Why, but create something.
That's why I wouldn't leave Paris Saint-Germain until I won the Champions League.
There you go.
Because then you have created something, you know. And
at least you can say, I've won the Champions League in my country with my club in my city.
That's a legacy.
Now I proved my point, and the legacy is here. Now I can do whatever I want.
Exactly my point. But Real Madrid already now bought Endrick, one of those super talents. They've got Vinicius, they got Rodrigo, so they're basically already.
They have quality already. They have quality.
Young players as well.
Yeah,
so
indeed.
They're really looking at the future.
Agreed.
What do you do, Paolo?
I don't think we're going to see Mbappe in the Premier League, to be honest. I don't think we're going to see him. I just look at him and I don't see him going to an English club. I think we're going to see him at Real Madrid, which has been speculated. And look, we know he's going to go to Real Madrid at some point. And I think it will be his next move. I would love to see him in the Premier League, of course. I think he would rip it up in the Premier League. I think him and Haaland in the Premier League would be a madness. It would be a madness to see them both in the Premier League. But unfortunately, where would he go in the Premier League right now? Would he go to Manchester United?
That would be my question. Which club would suit him?
Yeah, like I don't know. He wouldn't.
Which city would suit him as well? Because he's paying a lot of attention to the city as well, brothers.
Liverpool, I know Liverpool. They had strong talk. I'm not saying they got the money, but they had strong talks with Mbappe before he signed the new deal. They're looking at new owners. If they get the new owners and they want to make a statement, new stadium and stuff, all the extension they're building, Liverpool could be an option. Man United, in terms of if we get taken over, we will have funds and we have, you know.
Well, you need to refurbish the gym first, yeah.
Yeah, we'll refurb. Don't worry, you'll be able to use the gym. But
and the kitchen as well.
Potential funds. I think Man United with potential new owner funds, we always can entice players, of course. Liverpool, if they want to make a statement signing, new owners coming. He likes Liverpool already.
Newcastle,
Chelsea. Now, do you know what I was going to say? Chelsea, Ted Bowley. These Americans love them big name franchises. Yeah. So I think it'd be Chelsea, United, or Liverpool. But of course, Real Madrid will get it in the conversation.
Why not an Italian club?
That, Stu, no disrespect if you're watching, guys, and you're Italian. That league for me is competitive, but not where the best players go.
Yeah, it's not where the best players. He does love AC Milan, as he already said. Like if he would play in Italy, it would be AC Milan. But nah, Italian league.
A few years ago, boys, Ronaldo was going Juve, Pogba was going Juve. Like loads of players they were going.
That was then, Stu.
Yeah,
true.
Why don't you think then, Paolo, who'll end up in the Premier League? By the way,
I don't know. I don't know. I just see him going straight to Real Madrid. It just seems like something he would do straight away.
Well, stay there for like 10 years.
I think he'll stay there for a while. I mean, when we look at Ronaldo, even Bale when he left to go Madrid as well. I mean, they were there for a long time.
Modric,
it's his dream as well. I think to play for Real Madrid. So
I think he would stay there for at least 6 years.
Wow.
And then when he gets to 30 years old,
him and Vinicius together, just a pair, like
exactly.
Oh man, no speed. Oh no.
I
don't want to see him there.
Yes, I think like after 30 as well, I think I can see Mbappe really turning into himself. As soon as his speed starts to go, he might literally he's quite clearly more of a goal scorer than he is a creator, in my opinion, even though he can create. You see him every week. He can definitely be a creative player, but I see him, evolving into more of a number 9 striker when he gets past that 30, 31 years of age, when he's past his prime sort of thing. I think he's going to develop that aerial threat as well. As soon, like you said, Ty,
he's working on it. He's working on it.
He feels out. I think he's not a small player. He's quite a big player. Mbappe.
During training sessions, he's working the headers now.
There you go.
More and more headers as well. Yeah.
The header already. So
I think he'll become more of a traditional number 9 in that sense in the next 7-8 years. So
Victor would be happy, I guess.
Bro. Well, this Real Madrid team, I'm telling you, everyone is streaming about this team. So I guess the ultimate team of Florentino Perez, I think, is one day to unite Haaland and Mbappe at Real Madrid.
He's formidable.
And I think he will work, to be fair. In terms of style of play and the way they play, both of them, I think that could be a great combination. But whatever. Boys,
World Cup, man.
We lost the World Cup, unfortunately.
Yeah, but brilliant tournament, man.
But that was an amazing World Cup. Amazing, like just mental. Like I was not expecting this World Cup to be as exciting as it is, considering it was winter, like with time for the games. Well, the 11 a.m. game, remember? Shout out to the 11 a.m. game. That was a funny one.
Yeah, true.
But we missed it already. But no, it went fast as well. Huh?
Yeah. And we won't see the same, and we won't see the same format, because they will change it to 48 countries.
Thank you, Sabi. I wanted to say this. I forgot to mention. Tell us about this.
Well, the program now is they will increase, of course, the spots for every part, so North America, etc. 48 countries will be the format, and at this moment, the plan is to divide them into pools of 3. So groups of 3. So, and I think it will be how many groups? 16 groups.
And the 2 first are going through.
Like that, something, it will become 32.
I saw something like this. Yeah.
But there were a lot of objections, so they will probably change it a bit, make it probably still 4 in a group. But this is at the moment the plan.
And I heard, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have the video. I will send it on the group chat after. They will do playoffs between the losers of each group as well.
A conference league version, basically.
So they can qualify. They have obviously a chance to qualify as well.
That is long. Why do this, man? Why do this?
Well, thank you, Messi. Well, thank you, Messi, for winning the last real World Cup.
That was the last real.
Exactly.
Exactly. Last real World Cup. Let me have a
memorable. World
but then, no disrespect to these teams, but you're gonna have teams from like, say, for example, the Central America, where you get like Jamaica and teams like that, or like you're gonna get Panama and extra little teams that shouldn't really be there. Great for their nation. I get it for the world and the culture and stuff, but they're not going to be competitive.
Bro.
The New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Hey, but guys, we'll be back here for the Euros for sure. We'll be back here,
yeah. It's going to be brilliant.
100%.
Whoa.
Wait, guys. So I have it here. Three countries are organizing. US, Mexico, and Canada. 48 teams. The 2 first are going through.
From 3.
No, during the group phase, no draw is allowed. No draw is allowed. So they need to play until someone wins.
As well. I said it in the last show. I said they were trying to do so. If you draw a game, you need to go straight to penalties.
There you go.
So it's like an ice hockey game.
Wow.
Bro, I'll send all details to you, but it's a
Oh,
madness,
man.
bro. It's a madness. It's a completely different World Cup.
What are you doing? Oh,
Wow.
No, that's a mad. Yeah, as you said, Ty, I think it's the last World
Yeah.
Cup as we know it, and it's been won by Messi, so it was meant to happen. I guess
it's all because of the FIFA. They want to win over some votes for small countries, because that's the only way to repay them back, to give them the opportunity to qualify for the World Cup. So unfortunate.
mental. Let's see how it goes, but
Yeah. No, thank you so much, guys, man. I'm gonna have to make
pleasure.
a move.
Have a good one, boys. Thanks for your time as well. It was great exchanging with you during a full month as well.
Yeah,
And
thank you,
let's
Paolo,
carry
as
on
well.
like this. Have a
Yeah,
good one,
brilliant,
boys. Have a
man.
good evening. Allez les
Take
Bleus,
care.
chill.
God bless, man.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
see you guys.
Bye, guys,
Take
man.
care.